My name is Aimee Cruz. I am the founder and CEO of Moms on Maternity. I am mom to two amazing young boys. Hey, good morning, guys. How are you? Changing the format a little bit this week of our vlog. This is episode 5. I'm Aimee Cruz, founder of Moms on Maternity. And it's Wednesday. Wednesday is like my favorite day of the week. And I wanted to just provide a little update about what's been going on this last week. So one fun thing with my kids is they started soccer, like real soccer. And they're 4 and 6 years old, and their dad found the program. And I did have to miss the first practice on Monday for my youngest, but his dad sent me the photos of her. Incredible. And I will not be missing it anymore. So I rearranged my schedule so that at that time, I now am blocked for soccer practice. It was just the first one I actually had a conflict on. So super excited about that. I took the boys on the SEAL tour in San Diego last weekend. It was really fun. It's that bus that turns into a boat, like a transformer, and the kids loved seeing the bus kind of launch into the bay, San Diego Bay, and turn into a boat. And honestly, I thought it was a really awesome tour. I would highly recommend it. Been working super hard. So the days that my ex-husband has our kids, I really have just been grinding, working all day. Really, and the days that I have them, I'm trying not to work so much. And I'm really working now on this company very hard in Moms on Maternity, but also working on my other company, Aimee's Stories. And we had a really big win this week at that company. I found someone who's going to be very important in Aimee's Stories going forward, and I'll tell you more about that soon. And then what was really fun this week was a kombucha. So I'm wearing my Vita Kombucha shirt right now. As you guys, I co-founded or owned this company with Pedro for a while last year. I learned a lot about the beverage business and the kombucha business. Ended up exiting Vita, an amazing company, but another kombucha opportunity kind of came my way yesterday that I'm really excited about. It really goes to show my favorite quote by, Steve Jobs. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. So have a great week. Stay on this show because I interview and have the best mom life, dating, relationships, and business conversation with Deanne Goodman. Her and her boyfriend, who's now her husband, they now have 2 kids, started Kombucha on Tap, an incredible company. She's doing some amazing work. She's a 1-year-old and 3-year-old, so let's go to that. Hi, everyone. Good evening. This is Aimee, and I'm super excited tonight to have Deanne Goodman on with me. I actually got to meet her it was like exactly a year ago, right?
It's a while ago, yeah.
Yeah. And we have so much in common. It's sort of like the universe is like, you guys need to hang out because we're both moms of 2 kids. Both have somewhat of a media interest and background. Both were in the kombucha business. And so thanks for joining this show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so tell me about how old are your kids right now? I mean, you want to.
So one is 3. Yeah, I know. When we met, she spit up all over you, like she was a little baby. So she's now a 1.5 years old. So she's almost 19 months, and then my other one's 3 years old.
So has it anything totally radically different about the second from the first?
Oh, I mean, yeah. It's just double the insanity in your life.
But I mean, in terms of their personalities, or
personalities. We're still learning the personalities, and it's so cute. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. They both don't stop moving, so they're very high energy kids. And my second one is a little more clingy to me than the first one. I don't know if that's because of COVID and she didn't get around a lot of people for a few months, or that's just her nature. But she's definitely a more clingy child. So I guess that can be good or bad. I don't know yet.
And so, okay, so your background, you were on the news, right? Like before kids. So tell me like what you did before kids.
Okay, so pre-kids, I did TV news for about 6 years in my 20s. And then I left the TV news industry, worked in the online news industry, and also like as a TV host for different brands and that type of thing. And then I started a company with my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time. And then we basically, our company is older than our marriage. And so we started a kombucha company 6 years ago now. So that was like my first child. And then, yeah.
And so, okay, so after you had your first, did you decide to stay working in the kombucha company, or did you take some time off, or how did that work?
Yeah, so I definitely took a big step back. I took a very big step back to be more of a stay-at-home mom, and I still was working though. But I wasn't doing as much of like the day-to-day operations.
Do you find, are you still kind of in that same sort of like you're involved in the company, but not as involved? Are you happy like with kind of the balance and everything?
So I think I'm just now starting to find that balance. Second kid came and I took an even bigger step back, and then COVID happened and it was like, well, I don't, you know, I'm like literally have to be home now 24/7. Although things did get better, but I'm thinking like the March and April when things were really on lockdown. But I definitely took a lot of steps back in the company. So it became more part-time. And then just recently in the last 2 months, I took on an actual part-time job outside of our company.
Did you?
Doing live selling as a host for a fashion boutique. And I love that. So I'm there 3 days a week. So I actually like work there more than I work at Kombucha on Tap. But I found that like the balance is starting to make sense to me. I feel like a good strike of mom life and then like work life and things for myself.
So, so you're able to balance both your work at Kombucha on Tap with your new part-time and
yeah. So definitely my husband has taken over a lot of the reins for sure. And we have a great team. So we have a team that can really run everything. And then I am helping with like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, like getting us grants and funding and any business development, social media, that
sounds like a full-time job. How are you doing all that? That's amazing. Okay, so tell me more about this fashion thing. I want to hear about this.
Okay, so it's called Unicorn Tribe. That's the name of it. It's a boutique that's online, and there's this whole world of online boutiques that sell kind of like QVC, but like more casual a little bit. Anyways, it's super fun, and it's amazing that most of their sales are through an app, and it's insane. Like it's such a fun shopping experience. Unicorn Tribe is what it's called.
And so they carry like different brands or what?
Yeah. So they carry different brands of clothing. They have shoes, they have jewelry, beauty, like they do makeup, everything and anything. Like I have sold everything from dog toys to like, you name it.
How many people do what you do for them? Are you the only one doing it?
So no, there's several, there's 4 hosts right now. So it means the owner is like the main one. And then there's another girl, me, and then another girl. So there's like a group of us that do it, and they do these live sales multiple times a day. And it's awesome. Like,
so it's basically like a live or like a pre-recorded show or a live stream.
It's live. It's live. And people can comment, and you're basically putting on every single piece of clothing, talking about
it. You put on the clothes?
Oh, I put every single thing on. Yeah.
Okay, so where do we find this show?
So the best way to shop it is really the app. And then you just go to your app store and search Unicorn Tribe.
And then I'll see you like trying to.
You'll see me, yeah. And you can watch all the replays. So you can watch my 2 lives from earlier today. We're super fun.
And how often are you on there?
I'm on there Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So 3 days a week.
That is so cool.
But we sell everything, like magnetic lashes, like you name it, we sell it.
So like, awesome. Do they ship the clothes to your house?
No, so I go in there. They're in San Clemente.
Oh.
Yeah. So I go in.
And it's the actual physical, so you can physically shop at this Unicorn Tribe store.
Nope, it's 100% online.
So what the place you go to in San Clemente is just for the filming?
Yeah, just for the filming and their warehouse, like their distribution.
Wow, girl. How did you find it?
I found it on Indeed, but I've always wanted to do live selling. Like I wanted to work at QVC when I was in my 20s, and they actually scouted me. And I flew out there, and I made it to the final round, and then I didn't get it. And I was so bummed. But I kind of thought at the time, like, I'm too young. Like I'm not the right, like I was like 25. I was like, I just don't think I'm like the right age for a QVC host. Like they're a lot more mature. And so I've always in my head been like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And then this opportunity came and I got to do it. And now that I'm doing it, it's so fun. Like I just love it.
Like they're on air talent. Like you try it on, you talk about the items.
Yeah. It's just like, it's having fun.
Are you making, do you make commission or anything or no?
So right now it's an hourly, but there's talk of having some sort of commission.
Cool.
structure.
Well, congrats. That sounds really fun. I mean, that's cool. So, okay. What's going on with you have 2 girls, right?
What?
You have 2 girls, right? 2 girls?
Oh, my 2 girls? Yeah.
2 girls, right? Yeah. I was just remember. So did you guys do any vacations for the holidays?
Not for let's see. Our last trip was to Sedona in October.
Oh,
so
fun.
that was like our last get out of town. And then no holidays, we were local.
That's cool. Where'd you guys, so did you do a camping or hotel?
When we did Sedona?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one we did a hotel. And then we've done a lot of camping trips this past year, probably more than I've done in any other year.
Right.
And I'm starting to get more into camping. My husband's like a super camper. Like I'm talking, our garage is an REI. And I'm like the one who comes and I just have to be like taken care of and then I'm fine. But I'm like, don't expect me to set up the tent. I'm not doing it. Like,
so how do you see like your life looking different in 1 to 3 years from how it looks today?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think, gosh, how would it be different? Well, as my girls get older, maybe a little more freedom as they get into like that school age and preschool age to do more working. Mm-hmm. I found that I love being a stay-at-home mom, but I kind of like working more, but it's like that balance. Like I like to have both. I like to have my cake and eat it too. So I think I found like a really good
Okay, balance. What's your favorite part of being a stay-at-home mom?
Probably just like when we're out and about doing activities. I think it's the hardest part is when we're just at home.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
what kind of activities?
Gosh, we do everything. I'm always trying to find things to do, especially now. I feel like I've gotten really creative, but I take them to like a gymnastics class or a baby gym or stroller strides. Every playgrounds, lots of playgrounds right now, anything and everything, the beach, anything active for sure. And what was I going to say? Yeah, I don't know. That's been the hardest challenge is like finding things to do. And then if I'm really being honest, some of my favorite times are when they're napping and it's like alone time to myself.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I totally can see that coming out from you. Like this, like you're super talented and, you know, love what you do for work. But like also like I've seen you with your girl, like you're just such a good mom and it's good. It seems like you have some good balance.
I feel like I'm getting there. I hate that word because I've always felt out of balance. I'm like, there's no balance. So but important. I think I'm getting into that flow more and I can feel it. Like I can just tell, like I feel more lightness about me.
So I want to pivot a little bit too. Okay. So your company that you guys own, that I'm a huge fan of, Kombucha on Tap, is basically has been around longer than your marriage because you started it while you were boyfriend and girlfriend together, which is so cool. So what are the secrets to actually successfully working with your significant other? I mean, I hear a lot of people say like they don't want to work with their significant other, but I think a lot of people aspire to do that. So any tips you have there?
Totally. My first one would be like, don't do it. And that's said in like the nicest way possible. So I'm actually in many ways, I think it's the best thing ever to have your significant other as your business partner, because when you are celebrating those highs, it's no one better to celebrate with. And when you are in those lows, like you get each other and you have a trust and you're not going to be like, oh, they're going to backstab me on this deal or something like that. Like you trust them with your life, you know? So in those ways, it's really, really good. The hardest thing is when you're launching a company, all your money is tied up in that company. You're not usually taking an income. So you are both like scraping by, and that can be financially tough in a relationship. And then just like we didn't really fight as a couple. We were like that couple that like never fought, but as business partners, we would fight. And I didn't love that. And it's just like business brings out a different side in people. And that was always like something that I realized, okay, that's a challenge. And then when I started taking a big step back in our company, because I realized like it was stressing me out and I just didn't like that. And I wanted our marriage to be stronger. He thought I was like ditching our company, and we like didn't communicate that. So for the longest time, he was like starting to resent me. And I was like, I don't understand. Like I'm trying to like save everything. And then we finally had like a conversation and I realized he thought I was ditching it. And I was like, well, that's not what I'm doing.
No, yeah, you're a total champion for it. I mean, definitely.
Yeah, the huge team. So after we had that conversation, things were better. But I think the biggest tip is communicate, like over communicate. Don't just assume someone knows what you're doing and why. And then have a really strong relationship before you start that business, because it's going to test you in ways that like you didn't know possible. And if you already were shaky, forget it. Like don't do it.
Some good advice.
But if you're going to do it, have different roles, like, so you're never stepping on each other's toes. Like what he does is totally different than what I do, so that I can't come in there and be like, no, you're doing it wrong. Or he can't come to me and say that. And then sometimes like when I am more part-time with our company, and I will give my opinion and say like, I don't think you're doing this right. He'll be like, you're either in or you're out. Like you can't be.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, but like, then doesn't he sometimes also ask you for advice? You're so smart.
Of course. I mean, he gets it, like whether he wants it or not. I'm very involved, but it's easy for me to look out from the outside and be like, why'd you guys do it that way? Or what are you doing? Or why is our, numbers looking like this? And I'm not in that day to day. I'm in the like 10,000 foot view and he's like in the trees. So, but on the positive, like there's been so many amazing things. And, I don't know. I feel like it's been really good too. Like it's definitely strengthened us. And the other positive, I will say, this is a huge one. When we launched our company, we were working around the clock. We didn't have kids yet. So we would work from like 8 a.m. till midnight. Sometimes he was there till like 4 a.m, like getting stuff ready. Like we were the only people. We didn't have employees yet. And if I was not involved in that company, I would have thought he was cheating on me. 100%. I would have been like, where are you? It is 3 a.m. And like his phone wouldn't answer. His phone wouldn't answer because he was in the cold storage and like it doesn't work there. I would have for sure been like, he's having an affair. But of course, because we work together, I was like, I know he's there and he's working his ass off. And
I'm curious, like how many real husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, like co-founders there are. Like I would imagine you guys are a small subset of the population.
Yeah, but actually there's more than you think.
There? Yeah.
There's maybe a lot, and it seems like a lot of them start out together and then one tends to like drift off.
Real, is that what it seems like when they drift
off?
For
me, it does. It seems like that. It's very rare that you hear two people that are like both fully involved. And I really think it's because of how difficult it is to balance that all and how to work together all day long and then come home and shut that off and like go into a whole nother role of husband and wife. Like that's hard to do.
Well, is that, so do you see yourself like founding something else for your, like that has nothing to do with him in the future or to be determined?
No, I'm done. We have a good business. I am like, we are good. I don't really ever want to start another business. I know how much work it takes. It's insane. It's so much work. So for now, I'm good. I mean, that's not to say I wouldn't. I am a very entrepreneurial person and I'm an ideas person. Yeah. It's everything after the idea. Like to run a business is no joke. And it's not.
I am very impressed with what you guys have built. So good job.
Thank you. Yeah. So,
what else? I guess in just a final piece of advice to anyone watching this that is a working mom or maybe a mom who's a stay-at-home mom but maybe wants to start working again, or maybe a working mom who wants to kind of quit working. I don't know. What's the advice right now?
Gosh, figure out what lights you up. So for me, having both working and being a mom, and I feel very fortunate to do that, but I do think anyone can do it if you kind of can figure it out and get creative with it. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say anyone. Everyone's financial situation is different. I do feel very fortunate, and I don't take that for granted that I have that ability to work a little bit and be at home a little bit. Like
you get a lot of help. Like, who's your support system? Like, what do you have? What kind of help?
I do have both my mom who lives nearby and my mother-in-law who's about an hour away. So they do help. And then my girls go to daycare 2 days a week. And that's been phenomenal and just good for them.
Full-time 2 days, like the full day for 2 days?
Full day. Yeah. 8 to 5. And they love it. So that's been really
fun.
Good.
2 days.
Yeah. But my tip would just be to figure out what works for you and then do that. If you're like, I just want to be home, then find a way to be home. And if you're like, I want to be working, but also home, find a way. And probably, this is just my personal opinion. Okay. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't suggest I've never done one, but I think a lot of women that are moms look into the MLMs, and I don't know. I know there's like a draw there to like make extra cash, but I don't get it. You would make so much more money like working a shift at Starbucks. Like, I just think people
what an interesting perspective. I mean, when you put it that way, that is true. Okay, so are you an extrovert or introvert?
I'm like a combo.
Okay, I was trying to get a read. So how are you? Because I remember when we met a year ago, you were going to a pretty cool conference in Palm.
Yes, that's right. Oh my gosh, that conference is amazing. And it would have been going on this week. And of course,
what was that conference for again?
ALT. It's called ALT, A-L-T, and it's for like women, entrepreneurs, creatives, everything. You have to go next year when they do it. I hope they have it next year. It's the best conference I've ever been to.
I can't wait for events to come back. Has it been like hard for you, COVID, like not being around other people as much?
Totally. I miss everyone. Yeah, I know it's really hard. And what about for you?
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely. I totally miss the events and networking in person. Like, that's totally something that drives me. But I guess
it's a big part of your business too.
Yeah. It's definitely made me have to figure out how to interview people on video more.
You're doing great. I love it. What's like your big goal with your vlog?
What's the goal?
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, what's your big intention?
Definitely to get exposure for Moms on Maternity. I mean, you know, Moms on Maternity is becoming more of a media brand as well as an event company. I mean, because COVID hit, we had to pivot to become more of a media company. So we've invested heavily into like our blog and our vlog, and just really putting out content like all the time.
That's awesome.
Thanks. So wait, I did see you demo. You were doing a toy. What was the one you put on your Facebook?
Oh, I think it was a dog toy. Yeah.
Was it a dog toy? Is that what
I think so. I don't know. I just, that's what's so funny about it is I never know what I'm going to show that day. Like, I show up and I have no idea whether I'm going to be showing something I've never even heard of. Like, here's this random gadget. And then, or if I'm going to be showing.
So how do you prep? You're like, here's a dog toy. Like, how do you?
I literally prep. So it's so fast. So I would imagine at QVC, they get like a week to study everything and like really take notes and work with it. I get like maybe 5 minutes to like look at the things and be like, okay, this is what I can say about it, or like do a real quick research on my phone.
Are you demoing in one, like?
So sometimes, okay, so they go usually like an hour to 2 hours long. So it's like a long live. And then I will demo probably like 35 items, like clothing, whatever. And sometimes it's like jeans or like loungewear sets. Like, stuff is very cute. So it's a whole nother world. I had I shouldn't say zero experience. I didn't have a lot of experience in it, but I found that I love it. So that's really cool.
So interesting. Man.
It's so interesting. It's fascinating. I had no idea this whole world of online shopping on apps existed. It's like everywhere. I think it's the new thing. Like, I think people are going less and less into stores because of COVID and just realizing like, you don't have to leave your couch to like shop, and you can watch someone put it on so you can see the fit and how is there stretch to it.
That is pretty cool. What other sites are doing it other than Unicorn Tribe? Do you know?
Gosh, I don't know. I follow a whole bunch of them now. I just like found in the app store, I found a bunch other ones of boutiques. If you just put in boutique, they'll probably pop up. Boutique. And then I use that as like a way to study so that I can see like what other people are doing and how they sell, so I can get better at it.
What websites are you shopping on these days? What designers do you like for clothing for women?
Well, my mom fashion has like kicked into high gear thanks to working at a boutique. Because before that, when I'm not working, I am in my tiny trucker hat. I love them. They're out of Temecula. Yeah. And I have that on, and then I wear workout pants. Mm-hmm. Which are usually Lululemon or whatever. And then whatever top I have. Like, I'm so not fashionable on my days off. Yeah. Like, what's shopping? And then otherwise I like go to TJ Maxx and Nordstrom Rack. Those are my stores.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I mean, sometimes I like to pop into the Goodwill on Rosecrans because actually they have some good finds, but I've been using Poshmark a lot.
That's a good one.
You not use Poshmark much?
I haven't used it, but I should. I sell my stuff on eBay sometimes, but I've never done Poshmark. And I recently sent Red up.
Brands I like 411 Lemons or Black Halo, like Leon Max. Like you can just type in the designers that like, you know, you kind of like on Poshmark, and people will. Poshmark is a really innovative sales platform, to be honest. Like the girls that have their shops on there, they're making some money, I think. Like the way I don't know where they're getting all their clothes from or how it works, but like Madewell, like one of the Poshmark shoppers, I got like some Jimmy Choo shoes. Like Madewell, she threw in a free Madewell super cute tank top because and she's like, I hope you like the Madewell shirt. And like, you know, it's like a really cool business model.
That's really cool. Yeah. Look at those little added bonuses. You like rate them higher. And Jimmy Choo shoes, that's amazing. Yeah, you're way more fashionable.
Like
you're way more. Yeah. Way more fashionable than me.
It's not that I'm more fashionable. I just I'm 5'1.5". I need some heels. And I've never owned I've never owned a pair of Jimmys in my life. But like her deal on them, like it was like too good to like not buy them.
Awesome. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. I now have a lot of pairs of shoes and stuff. I gotta say, Unicorn Tribe has great stuff. Definitely check them out. I mean, I'm not getting paid to plug them, but at the same time, like support me. Come if you see me doing a live, like say hi.
Well, so you mean on the Unicorn Tribe? If I just start commenting when you're on there?
Yeah. So when you're live, here's how it works. When I'm live, I have a screen and I can see everyone can comment while they're on. So like when I start it, everyone's like, hi, hey, how's it going? And I can see everyone's name and everything. And then while I'm doing it, people can ask questions or be like, hey, can you show this again or whatever.
Oh my God.
It's fascinating. It's so fascinating.
I'm super going to check it out. Anyone that's watching this right now, comment on her Unicorn Tribe. Be like, I saw you on the Moms.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I go by D on it. So I don't go by Deanne. I'm a nickname. So you'll find me as D.
Awesome. All right, girl, congratulations on it. It sounds really cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and Kombucha on Tap, just to plug that.
Yeah, definitely.
Company. Yeah. If you're in Southern California, we distribute all throughout there, and it's kombucha, cold brew, other healthy beverages, bitch and sauce, all kinds of great stuff. And we do have setups for homes. So if you want it for your home and for your business. So it's primarily for businesses like coffee shops, that type of thing. So we do kegs of it.
Awesome. It's really good. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my God, so much fun. And then
For more, please visit www.momsofmaternity.com.